Hi everyone, so I am back from the Dominican Republic and I had a great time. I so love it there. So I'm going to share with you some clips and my experience throughout my surgery and recovery. And I am so grateful that surgery and recovery has been a lot better than expected. So a week prior to surgery, I had a panic attack. Like, I freaked out. I don't know why. It just started to click to me. It's really gonna happen. I'm freaking out, and I started to really worry about every little thing that could go wrong. Even to the smallest of, I didn't pass my labs, I can't get the surgery, me chickening out, or just to the extreme of me dying. I was just going into that dark space and freaking out. I was just having a severe panic attack when I came home one morning, and I was just like, oh gosh, I had so much negative energy going on. And I decided to do the exercise that Brittany told me about. Is just writing down all my negative emotions, like all the lies that were going through my mind. I'm gonna die, this and that, you know, every negative emotion, write them down. And I wrote them down on a piece of paper and say it out loud as you're writing them down. And then I wrote on another piece of paper the truth of what I want my reality to be. Like, I'm going to have a great surgery, everything's going to work out great, recovery is going to be great, I'm not going to have any complications. Those kind of things I wanted to write down on that positive sheet of paper and say them out loud. And on the negative, I just tore it up. You could either tear it up or burn it up, so that way your subconscious mind could see that and know that that's no longer good. And I started to really build a negative energy release. So that helped me a lot. And prayer. So yes, you may get anxious and scared for upcoming surgery. This is my first surgery ever. So and I have extreme low pain tolerance, and I've heard that the drugs in the DR aren't as potent as the drugs in the States to try to get yours and bring it over there, but my doctor here was not feeling that. So I was just hoping and praying that the pain would be manageable for me, because I didn't want to be crying and freaking out, like just in pain the whole time I was there. I started to feel that negative energy release. I started positive affirmations, and that helped me so much. And prayer definitely helped me. And feeling gratitude for already achieving the results that I want. Okay, so when I got there, I flew out there, you know, everything was nice. I had to fill out a visitor's pass. They give you a visitor pass now on the plane. And when I went from Salt Lake to New York, and then New York to the Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic. And so I had to fill out, they give you a white sheet and a blue sheet. We filled it out, and then you take it with you when you go to the airport. You go through customs, and then you give them paper. I didn't really know what was going on first time. Well, no, I've been out of the country before. I did serve a mission for my Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints in Canada, but it's not a culture shock like it was in the Dominican Republic. And so I went there. I'm like, okay, trying to figure out what you know they need, because they speak Spanish. So I'm like, okay, all right, giving them my passport, this, you know, the visitor pass, and you know, it was just giving them information. You're excited, you're in a new place. You know, trying to look for the my driver for my recovery house, and they sent me a picture of what my driver Fernando looked like, and then also had there was somebody else that came with him as a translator. Like, you don't have cell phone service over there, it's all through Wi-Fi. So I called through WhatsApp, and that's the app that you want to message, call, you can video chat. I messaged Wander, owner of the Oasis Recovery House. That's where I stayed, and I was like, okay, I'm here, but I don't see, because they usually have like your name on a paper, but I guess with me, I got lost somewhere, and so and I was getting my bags, and I found them. We found each other after a few minutes, and they told me to wait by near a restaurant, so I went there, and I was waiting for them, and they came. They were welcoming. It was so sweet. Everyone just arrived in the Dominican Republic, and here's my translator, and she's gonna help me out with the translation, and the driver's here as well. So I just got here. It's a bit rainy as well. I got there, very beautiful. I love the palm trees there. Like, I know there's palm trees other places in the States and stuff like that, and other parts around the world, but I don't have them here. We don't have them here in Utah. So it was super nice. I was like, yes, and I was just looking at it as a vacation, a slaycation, and I had a great time. They took me to the recovery house and showed me my room, and put everything, and I put everything there, unpacked everything, did rest a bit. I was waiting for the Beauty in the Box and supply bag to be delivered. She was having a driver come. I was happy that I got the recovery supplies, and it had everything that I needed, plus more, and so I'm grateful that I did get it. No, you do not have to get the supply box when you have surgery there. It's up to you. There's people that shop on their own off of Amazon, Walmart, on their own, and they bring it. But I liked it because it was convenient. I didn't have to take it with me over there, and it was just, everything was all in that box. Then the second day I was there, I went to the clinic at CSIP to go get my labs done, and it was just a waiting game, and you go and get all the labs done. It's more extensive and thorough than in the States, I've been told. And oh yes, before, I think it's 7 to 14 days prior to surgery, you want to stop taking vitamins that have vitamin E. So basically, I stopped taking them, except the iron supplements and vitamin C. That's all I pretty much took prior to surgery, because I was trying to pick up my chemo. And then later that day, I went to the temple of my church, the Church of Jesus Christ Latter-day Saints, and it was super nice that they took me there, because a lot of recovery houses will only take you to doctor appointments, and that's it. Anything extra, you would need to pay extra or get an Uber and go there. And I love the fact that with Oasis Recovery House, and even though I went there alone, I was never alone the whole time I was there. Also, the night before, in the morning of surgery, I did wash myself with Hibiclens, and it's a cleanse that you want to cleanse yourself with prior to surgery. And it's I went there the day of surgery. The only thing I was dreading on surgery is the fasting. You can't have food or water past 10 p.m. That was what they told me, and so I was like, all right, because fasting life isn't for me. The funny thing is, I went over there with wish pictures, and I I wasn't hardcore, I must exactly look like this person or this person. I was very open. And like my wish pictures were kind of broad. It was different versions of what I wanted to look like. And keep in mind, I was just, I love myself prior to surgery, so I was happy with whatever. And there's a lot of things that go into this surgery journey. Your foundation has a lot to play in it, and the surgeon, your post-op care, and you may need to get multiple surgeries, rounds of surgery, to achieve the body that you're wanting. So it's either you want to make sure that you have realistic expectations as you go into this journey as well. Okay, so back to, and they put me in the room. I wasn't sure if I was cleared to go for surgery, and they did initially tell me that I was going to be first, and I was like, yay, I'm excited. And but I had to get some other tests done because it kind of came back iffy. I got pushed back a bit, and I was like, all right, okay, all right, I got this, I could do this. And I was just chilling in the room in my clothes, and then next thing I know, the guy comes in and he was like, what, you're not dressed for surgery? I was like, I didn't know I was cleared. And so he's like, okay, and he was like, go get dressed and come out. And so I was like, okay. So I got dressed in the robe, put me in the wheelchair, wheeled me off. You know those wish pictures that I printed out? Spaced out. It went over my head. I was just super excited, and he wheeled me to the operating room. I saw Dr. Mañon, the anesthesiologist, and there was another lady in the room as well. He marked me up and he took pictures, pre-op pictures of me, and all I said is that I want curves. I said I want curves, and he was like, yeah. He's like, I got you. I didn't want my butt and my curves to be super big for my body. I left it in his hands. He marked me up. I was just excited, and they had me sit on the operating table, and the anesthesiologist put the IV in me and in my hand, and she asked me to lean over on the lady in front of me, to lean on her shoulder. Okay, when I woke up from surgery, I vaguely remember I was in this other room, and as soon as I woke up, they wheeled my bed to my room where I would be staying, and then they moved me over to my bed. And once I got there, I saw my nurse, and I asked her, I was like, I need to call my husband, I need to let him know it's okay. And she called him on her phone, and I was like, hey honey, I made it, I'm alive, and I just want to tell you I love you, and good night. And then that was it. And he got updates from my nurse Elaine and Rosa. Like, he got updates from them to let them know how I was doing during surgery, because he didn't come with me, but they were nice enough to send him updates. And she even took a picture of me right after surgery, which I totally don't even recall, but I smiled for it. But I was like, I don't even recall that I took the picture. And she sent it to him. I did have surgery yesterday. It went successful, no complications. I did have help with a pain pump. That's what this is, and it's connected to my hand right here, and it just gives me drugs, and it lasts 3 days, and that's helped with the pain tremendously. And I'm grateful that I did it. It was totally worth the $250 that I paid for it. So the day of surgery, this is how it was. I went in there at 6:30 a.m. ready for surgery. They told me that I was going to be first and I was excited, but then they said that I needed to do some more tests because my T4 was kind of high, or I needed to go to see endocrinologist because my T4 levels are higher than normal, and so the endocrinologist checked because I have hypothyroidism, and she saw everything was good, and then they retested my blood again, and I had to wait. It was more just waiting, and I did have to fill out paperwork, obviously, for the surgery, and I got that filled out, just waiting and waiting. And then I heard that he was going to do somebody else first, so I was like, okay. Well, it was just a timing and waiting for stuff, so obviously he had to do somebody else. I didn't get surgery until 2 p.m. My hemo was at a 15.7 and prior to surgery, and that's really good. They said that I didn't even need to pay the $300 deposit, refundable deposit for blood transfusions, and you would need to do that if you're prior to surgery, because just in case if you do need blood transfusion, it comes out of there, but if you don't use it, they'll refund it back to you. But Rosa told me that I didn't even need to pay it initially to begin with, because my hemo was super good. Couldn't get my thigh lift because they said it was too much in one surgery. So I just got the tummy tuck, lipo, muscle repair, and BBL. They sent me to the recovery house at 10:30. I'm super pleased with the overnight nurse that I had, and she was really sweet, and she spoke English, Spanish, and she also speaks French as well. Thank you so much for watching the journey, and sorry if my videos aren't the best, but I'm trying to figure out what to say and to post on YouTube. So yeah, and they should be getting the faja washed soon and dried, and then once that happens, then I will put my faja back on. Alright, thank you so much for watching. You have a great day.